Today, we take a look at a woman who is regretting feminism and feels absolutely betrayed by it, and women who still think that men are the problem.
Viral attention for sharing her regrets about ditching the idea of marriage and family. Now, her article in Business Insider reads, quote, "I'm 38 and single, and I recently realized I want a child. I'm terrified that I've missed my opportunity." That woman's name is Melissa Persling, and she's revealing to Fox News Digital what she thinks caused her current situation. Listen.
I feel unbelievably betrayed by feminism. I was constantly fed this idea that women can do everything. We don't really need men. Women can have the great career and have the kids that they like and change the tires and do this. I mean, I grew up thinking, and men are great, but like I can do all the same things. I do feel in many ways betrayed by that line of thinking. I kind of want to go back to some of those teachers and coaches and say, what the hell did you mean by that? Because women can't do it all. We can't.
Katrina, what are your thoughts on this?
Okay, I'm going to go deep here. So I have a lot of opinion on this, and I really think that feminism in some ways has really sabotaged women's happiness. And the reason I believe that is because we are asked to do all these different things, right? But then our nervous system goes whack. Like I know for myself, I'm in work mode and then mother mode and then family mode, right? And so your system just completely goes out of whack, which is why I truly believe, and I found this quote and I thought it was so telling, is that the divine feminine is the rawest, wildest, and most honest mirror a man will ever encounter. The awakened man opens his heart and goes to battle. He will tame his dragons and face his deepest shadows, since he knows that deep within, her heart will guide him home. And I think that there is a beautiful balance between the feminine and the masculine energy. And I know that as a woman, regardless of what any woman says, I think she wants to feel safe with a man, and she wants to be able to feel her feminine energy, but it's very difficult to go into that space when you're trying to fulfill all these different roles, which is what I think this woman is feeling right now, which is what I think a lot of women, right, in very powerful positions are feeling. And then there's this idea that if you're powerful, you can't be, you know, a beautiful wife or a beautiful mother. And so I think we need to go back to really the way God designed us to be, which is as women, we need men. And it makes for a beautiful balance.
Correction. There was a balance between the masculine and feminine energies. Now feminism has destroyed everything, and now it's the men who don't feel safe around women, because who knows what she might accuse you of if you look at her for a second or talk to her for a second. It's the men who need protection from women, because there are women like her who can accuse you of anything.
90% of women apparently have experienced this, like, men are to blame, like, men are the problem. But
experience what exactly?
I would honestly say, like, rape and sexual assault. Like,
you think 90% of women have been raped?
The statistics are very high. Not 90,
Whoa.
but one in 3 to 4 women have experienced sexual assault. And, like, every woman that I've talked to personally, at least friends, they had their own story. Like, there's not one single woman I knew that was like, nothing bad has ever happened to me. It's really rare to find those women.
Do you guys agree with those stats?
So for proving her point, she threw a statistic of 90% women being treated bad by men and then instantly dropped it to 25%. What more proof does someone want? That she is only there to run her agenda and nothing else? Because there are women like her who are really happy in their married life and enjoy cooking and cleaning for their man.
I'm not gonna lie, don't tell the feminists, but I would rather stay home and cook and clean. I would rather do it. When I tell you I love to cook and clean, just don't tell the feminists. I love to do it, and I love to do it for a man. But just to see the look on a man's face when you cook him a meal that is so good, you could just tell he's proud. There's just something, I don't know, there's something within me as a woman. Maybe it's almost turning 25 that got me thinking, like, this cooking and cleaning thing isn't bad. Like, I just don't understand why women wanted to work. What was the point? Like, there is nothing satisfying about working. A man that takes care of you, a man that provides for you, you don't have to worry about anything, no bills. I will cook and clean all day. Like, what is the complaint? I'm making some fire food tonight. I'm going to serve it. and I'm just enjoying it. Yes, I'm crying over some onions, but is this what we fought for as women? I don't know. I'd rather cry over some onions than cry about a job, that's for sure.
As she herself said, she loves cooking for her man, and it makes her feel happy and fulfilled, and that's what feminism has ruined, by putting down homemakers who like to cook and clean for their man, as there is no point of women going out to work, when you can have a man who would provide for you, so you can stay at home, fulfill your household responsibilities, cause that's what real women do. They are not like this woman who are deluded as hell.
The reality is, you're 39 now. You had a high-value guy before when you were younger. It's going to be significantly harder to get one now at 39.
I don't think so.
Men value youth and beauty.
Baby, look at me.
But you're not young anymore.
You're looking at it wrong.
I'm looking at it objectively.
Well, I don't care about my age. It's about how I look. I take care of myself.
That's cool.
You know.
But you got to ask yourself. It's not about what you care about. You got to ask, what do the men care about? Men.
Well, why don't you ask them? They're blowing up my phone. Go ask them.
Men overwhelmingly prefer younger women. This has been proven across all different types of, culture, socioeconomic statuses, ages, etc. Men overwhelmingly between 18 to 60 prefer women that are 18 to 24.
No. I can tell you that.
Yeah, you don't care about your age, but the next guy would absolutely care about it. As Myron said, men value youth and beauty, and the guys that are blowing up her phone are only looking for a one-night stand, not a relationship, but she won't understand it.
Sometimes I just think to myself, we as women have been seriously lied to by society. Seriously lied to.
You got that right.
Like, we're told all these things growing up. Be successful, be smart, be independent, be beautiful, be feminine, be all of these things. And then when you become all of those things and you're ready to find a life partner or you're marriage minded, you look around and the dating pool is teeny tiny. Because we as women like to date up. We usually want someone, we're actually wired this way. We want someone who's our socioeconomic equal or higher. And the men who are our equal or higher have a million gazillion options. And guess what? They're in absolutely no effing rush, no rush at all to settle down because they don't have a biological clock.
I'm out here living my best life.
And actually, a lot of them are afraid of marriage because 70% of divorce is initiated by women. And so it's like handing a chick a loaded gun and hoping that she doesn't pull the trigger and leave with half your wealth and your kids. And so a lot of them are just like not interested in that. And where does that leave women who are marriage minded? You know where it leaves a lot of them? Single and confused, or feeling like they are forced to date down or settle. And yeah, I just think it's kind of a sucky situation. And, fortunately there are ways to go around this. A lot of my clients have been able to find love who are alpha females. But it requires like unlearning a lot of the things that society has taught us. And yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? Am I right? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you feel this? Let me know.